Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. This is a very exciting time to be in crypto. We've got Bitcoin within spitting distance of its all-time high. We've got XRP effectively on the brink. Even AMB Crypto, which is one of the crypto media outlets that regularly posts a bunch of nonsense about XRP specifically and has for years. In fact, even in the article that's on your screen right now, they say Ripple's XRP when they're not referencing that XRP which Ripple holds. It's not Ripple's XRP, unless you're talking specifically about the XRP that Ripple holds, which is not what they were doing here. But even they mostly got this right, and they're recognizing that a lot of really strong metrics for XRP right this very moment. And so I had this headline, is XRP primed for a breakout? Rising activity, strong metrics, signal, ... And so ultimately the answer is yeah, probably going to be the case. So if we're going to see a breakout for Bitcoin above the all-time high, if it's finally going to get above that and move to the upside with strength, it will not be long after that you see XRP and the rest of the altcoin market move with some serious force. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby. And just for fun. As I record this video at 7:04 p.m. Central Time, which is my time zone here in the Midwest in the good old United States, it is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Definitely an uptick in interest in crypto, and for good reason. So XRP is sitting here at a little shy of 53 cents, but look at Bitcoin, which leads the market. $72,645. So you're talking about, you know, a little over $800 away from its all-time high of $73,499.28. We're close, folks. We are close. Now, I don't know if it's literally going to break imminently, but it could actually. I've read enough perspectives from enough chart analysts, and the gist, broadly speaking, although there's not universal agreement, there isn't always anyway, but there's a legit chance this is the move where we haven't quite crossed that threshold yet. But man, if this happens, because look, here's the deal, and we knew this forever, right? Like, yes, crypto asset class been kind of boring in 2024. The beginning part of the year pretty exciting, but then tons of consolidation, over half a year of consolidation. But it never was the case that it would just, you know, the entire crypto asset class would just move sideways forever. That is not the case. Either it's going to break to the downside or the upside eventually. The asset class as a whole. I insist that this is the bull market, and based on historic precedent, I think, just my humble opinion, I'm just a dude on the internet, but based on historic precedent, makes sense to me to believe that the whole thing, the whole asset class is going to go up. And so it's exciting if you're into Bitcoin, but way more exciting if you're into altcoins like XRP, because the multiplier effect we'll get for altcoins will just dwarf whatever the hell you think you're going to get from Bitcoin. I mean, the people that are excited for Bitcoin, to me, it's kind of cute. Like, they're excited. They're going to get their 2x, maybe a 3x. Oh, good for you if you did that. Maybe you'll get the 2x or the 3x from here. But then I look at XRP, which is supremely undervalued, and I just think, like, even to get back to a new all-time high, whew. And then if you're talking about, you know, tripling what the all-time high was, which would be perfectly within the realm of possibilities. I mean, hell, ETH did that. I keep talking about that. I've been talking about the number of times recently I've mentioned it anyway. From the 2017 bull run to the next bull run, ETH tripled its all-time high. Why couldn't XRP do that? I mean, again, that would put you close to double-digit XRP. So it's kind of cute, the people that are excited about the Bitcoin. And I'm only excited about it, well, I guess technically a couple reasons. Yes, I hold it, and so my Bitcoin is worth way more than when I bought it. I've been holding it since 2017. So, yeah, kind of cool. But I'm more excited actually just to see what Bitcoin's doing because it leads the market. And I know when this thing gets going, what it's going to mean for my altcoins. That's the real reason. That's the real reason that I track this. Here's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 72 out of 100, but actually it has just updated. So let me go ahead and hit refresh here. 77. There we go. We're back in extreme greed. We haven't seen that happen. 77 out of 100. You'll love to see it. You know, back when we were in fear, I even said it. I was like, at some unknown point in the future, we'll be back in extreme greed. I was saying that because there were points during the consolidation here. Well, here we are. We're back. Some people panic sold along the way. Look at this headline. Bitcoin flies past $72,000, triggering $265 million in liquidations as top traders declare Bitcoin bull market back. Well, it certainly may be. Then there was this headline. I don't want to read these stories. It's not necessary. I just want to share with you some stuff that's being discussed in crypto media here, and for good reason. Here's a Cointelegraph headline. Bitcoin trader sees all-time high this week as Bitcoin price nears $73,000. And so I'll note, that's not crazy. This actually, I mean, I don't think many people think that's crazy given the price action we saw yesterday and today. But even the blockchain backer buys into this idea that it could indeed, this could indeed be the time. So he shared this post. This is a Bitcoin USD chart, and he wrote, all fibs cleared and a couple previous highs taken back with higher highs. The big one doesn't sit too far away. And so he was speaking literally just today about the fact that, I mean, it could be the case literally today or tomorrow. He said this, that you could see Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. Now, he's not promising that. He's not predicting that, to be clear. And he says it is possible that you may have to see a bit more sideways price action, so nobody technically knows for sure. But there's not a lot of resistance above after that. Like that's it. And the exciting thing, again, and he acknowledged this as well, is what that means for altcoins specifically. So it's absolutely within the realm of possibility that, hell, who knows? Maybe by the time you're watching this, maybe it has broken a new all-time high. And if it hasn't, fine. Maybe we have to wait until after the election because there's historic precedent for that to be something that's an important marker in previous cycles. Okay, well then we're still pretty damn close. So maybe we do waddle sideways here. But there's, for good reason, a lot of confidence here. So here's a post from Crypto Insight UK. Says, Bitcoin, I can't deny the weekly looks good and the macro for medium long term is great. So to make me flip bullish short term, we need an aggressive move to the upside, a further 10 to 20% move eating liquidity, then backtest all-time high / this range as support. And I'll make this full screen in just a second here. The chart he's got here. He says, otherwise, the cautious pullback hat stays on as open interest is 383 million higher than it was when we previously saw this level for Bitcoin. So he is, and fair enough, engaging in a little bit of cautious analysis here, but a lot of other analysts out there say, no, it's go time. I think Dom was one of them. Here's a post from Dom. He said, I see many calling this a perp-led rally on Bitcoin. So we're talking about people using leverage. And he says, Spot has been following through. And of course, we says Spot, I'm sure most of you know, but in case you're new to crypto, is talking about the spot price. So it would be the typical price on whatever exchange like Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, wherever you're buying. It's just the market price. So he says Spot has been following through on every push, actually even stronger on this last one. Even though we have seen times where perps push us to a point where Spot then catches up. And so he's acknowledging that, yeah, there's some leverage, but what he's saying here is that even just regular purchases on exchanges, that's following up. So he's seeing this as a notable sign of strength, the spot buyers. There's this from another very popular analyst, Rect Capital, shared this with his 508,000 followers on X. Bitcoin looks like the post-breakout retest of the channel top, which is in black, was successful. Breakout confirmed. So that, I will say, that's one of the more bold comments that I've seen from the analysts that I follow on a regular basis. Breakout confirmed. I hope he's right. I do indeed hope he's right. And I'm not, especially since I'm not an analyst, I'm not predicting whether this is the literal moment where the breakout occurs. Nobody knows for sure, first of all. Second of all, what's more important to me is that we do ultimately see that continuation regardless of when it happens, and that's where I have my strong conviction. In the short term, I don't know. I'm straight up telling you, I don't know, but I have very strong conviction, and I think for pretty reasonable reasons, that we do see number go up, and XRP absolutely will be a part of that. New all-time high, price discovery, the whole 9 yards. Here's a post from Mikey Bull Crypto. He says, Bitcoin dominance has broken 60%. Altseason is over, you might believe, but it's not. Using the past cycle data, it will begin from November to March next year. Okay, so timing aside, and maybe he's right on the timing. Okay, just even if we want to give him that. It is true that Bitcoin has always led the way. Dominance increases, market dominance for Bitcoin increases, but then people take profits, and those profits, a certain amount of them, flow into other coins, large caps, mid caps, small caps. And XRP is a part of that market. And that's when you get these insane rallies. The whole market's going to go. And then, with all the exciting price action, you're going to see the normies flying in, all the retail purchasers who haven't been paying attention to crypto, and they're going to do what they always do, and they're going to be buying towards the top. That's just what they do. Tale as old as time, my friends, and they will be our exit liquidity. That's how that works. Here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. Just relax. Expert says nothing changed for XRP. Big reckoning expected soon. And they're sharing this analysis from a chart analyst named Aimbuster, who I'm not familiar with, but I just thought I'd highlight it because it seems like every analyst under the sun that covers XRP has something similar that they'll chart, which is a symmetrical triangle that goes back either to the last market cycle or all the way back almost 7 years ago to 2 market cycles ago. And what I keep seeing is, even if they draw the line slightly different, XRP price action, it's behaving, it's within the symmetrical triangle. So you're actually seeing, as time passes, a more narrow range of XRP price action where it's trading. But, you know, and look, not a chart guy here, but you don't need to be one to understand this. Before getting to the apex, you typically, what would happen, regardless of whatever the asset is that you're charting, before the apex is hit, an asymmetrical triangle, there's a breakout. It's rare that you actually hit the literal apex. So is the break, is it going to be like a breakout to the upside or a breakdown? Well, given that we're in a bull market, I'm guessing, just a little for funsies guess here, that when this thing goes, yes, it's going to be a move to the upside and not the downside. And so this analyst wrote, XRP, just relax. This triangle is almost done. Then comes big reckoning. I've shown this chart for a long time. Nothing has changed. When it moves, it will move quickly. Well, I'll tell you what, I do buy that. It will happen very quickly. It seems impossible, and you get tortured holding XRP for years on end, but then you get rewarded, and it happens very fast. Which is why, anytime I see somebody advise that you wait for the move and then start buying, I can't help but roll my eyes. I'm like, the typical person is not a trader. If you're a trader and you're setting it up, and especially if you've automated, okay, fine. That's not most people. You're just, the amount of risk trying to chase stuff, my God, it's just completely absurd here. And so that's why I always say, either you have exposure when the thing goes, or you do not. That's why I have the most simplistic investment strategy there could possibly be, which is I buy stuff and then I do nothing. That's it. I do absolutely nothing. And some people have a hard time doing nothing. They feel like they need to tinker with what they have and get in and out of positions and, they're going to time stuff and this and that. But data shows that if you're that type of person, you're going to make less money than somebody that has my strategy and just buys stuff and then doesn't do anything. It's just data. It's true in legacy finance. If you're looking at the stock market, it sure as hell is true in crypto. It's probably more true in crypto, if anything, because it's more volatile and it results in people making even more stupid and frequent bad decisions based on emotions. And then we have this from AMB Crypto. Is XRP primed for a breakout? Rising activity, strong metric signal, ... And here's the part where they say, Ripple's XRP. Ripple XRP's on-chain. Shut up! Freaking AMB Crypto. I have minimal respect for this particular crypto media outlet. Although I will acknowledge, in this case, this article is mostly not bad. It's mostly pretty reasonable. I do have one little thing I'm going to nitpick about, but they're acknowledging what we already know to be true. XRP is freaking primed. And so when I see even AMB Crypto acknowledging a lot of stuff that we've been talking about for much of this year, I'm like, okay. Like, for instance, Bollinger Bands. We've been talking about that pretty consistently within this community. When Bollinger Bands are this tight, it precedes a massive break. Now, given that we're in a bull market, wouldn't you expect that to be the upside rather than the downside? Because first of all, tightest in history, and the last 2 market cycles, when it got anywhere near this tight, that what followed right after that was a huge break to the upside. So unless we're not going to have an alt season, and if Bitcoin's not going to break to the upside, then okay, fine, XRP won't either. But if we are going to see that, then duh. It couldn't be more obvious. XRP is part of the asset class. It moves in tandem. Let's not overcomplicate this stuff. So they did cite that, and I was happy to say, okay, Bollinger Bands. So after all the crap posts and just making up all sorts of nonsense about XRP. Now we get to the point where the real magic's probably about to happen anyway, and now some of the truth comes out. Okay, thank you, AMB Crypto. And then they highlight this. Transaction count highlights increased network engagement. And I'm going to talk about this quite a bit. I mean, it's astonishing. They're talking about the transaction count. And I don't want to read the article just for the sake of time. I just want to kind of want to make the points here. But they're highlighting this. I've been highlighting this. And I'm not the only one in our community that has been. It's true. There's been a lot of activity, especially with the meme coin mania that's going on specifically within the XRP community right now. With, Magnetic and also First Ledger launching their platforms. You may have heard by now. I've covered it in depth, so I won't in this video. But yeah, that's certainly been driving activity and bringing all sorts of new users to the XRP ledger. And so I'm not a fan of the meme coins, but okay, it doesn't matter what I think. People want it, and it's resulting in them using XRP in the XRP ledger. Okay, I can get down with that. And then they do cite this. This is the one thing I'll nitpick on a little bit here. Say XRP exchange reserves indicate caution in buying pressure. And so they're highlighting that there's a slight uptick in exchange reserves. And of course, if people, here's why the concept matters. If people are moving any cryptocurrency to exchange, that might indicate they're probably about to sell. Like if you're a person that has your XRP in cold storage, like why would you move it to an exchange except for to sell, right? So it is a legit thing to track. But what I'm going to nitpick here is it's been a little up, a little down for months and months on end. So if you look at the screen, you can see what I'm talking about here. A little up, little down, little up. It doesn't matter. They're talking about a 0.36% increase. Who cares? My God. It's practically flat for all intents and purposes. Like, it just doesn't matter. So they wanted to throw in one thing that is negative. Ooh, be cautious here. Are you kidding? This is the part where people are going to start selling before XRP starts rocketing in price? Okay. That doesn't make sense to me, but okay. And the data doesn't bear out the point that they're making. Caution based on that specific metric? No. Other than that, I thought the article was actually mostly pretty good. There's that, and then calling it Ripple's XRP. Shut the hell up, you idiot sticks. You damn fools. You damn fools up in this bitch. What are you even doing? I'm going to have to put AMB Crypto in timeout. Like, this is unacceptable behavior. But seriously, guys, this is an exciting time to be an XRP holder. Exciting time to be in crypto regardless, but especially for XRP holders, I think. It's just consolidated so long. We got the legal clarity. What is not to be thrilled about? XRP hasn't been so primed since the market cycle where it hit its new all-time high. So almost in 7 years. This is the most incredibly positioned XRP has been since then. Truly incredible stuff. And so we'll see what happens here. I don't pretend to know if Bitcoin, this is the moment where it goes, then finally alts eventually shortly after start following. But it could be. That in and of itself is pretty exciting, but we go and get ours, right? I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.